Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And yes, the title today is correct. Großer Kurfürst is being removed from the German battleship tech tree and being replaced with something brand spanking new. So, it seems that we are going to be seeing a lot more of these ships being replaced with something that quote unquote better fits the line. And, well, I guess the Army is going to be getting a whole host of new special ships. So, let's go ahead and read this dev blog. Link to this dev blog will be in the description down below, and I will throw up the image of the new ship up on screen here in a moment. Funny story, too. I actually made a different dev blog video yesterday, but that'll be out tomorrow. But this is, I think, more fitting for this channel. So, here we go. Update 1010. Battleship Prussian and changes in German tech tree. German Tier 10 battleship Prussian has been added to the game for testing. In 2022, she will replace Großer Kurfürst in the German tech tree. Prussian is a variant of the H-class battleship project. Her primary armament consists of 8 457mm guns placed in 4 turret mounts. The ship has solid armor, powerful secondary armament, and the hydroacoustic surge consumable. They do give her stats here, and we'll go over this in a moment, but look at this thing. It's GK with 2 guns per turret instead of 3 guns per turret. That's pretty much the only main difference, of course, but there are some other changes too as well. In early 2022, Prussian will replace the Großer Kurfürst in the tech tree. The ship better matches the progression and gameplay of the branch. It is equipped with a small number of guns, which is in turn compensated by their solid caliber. Otherwise, the Prussian is similar in its features to the Großer Kurfürst and other German battleships. The following changes will be made to the Großer Kurfürst after the replacement of ships. Großer Kurfürst will become a special ship. The cost of the ship's post-battle service will be decreased. You will be able to assign commanders from other ships of the same nation to her without any penalties and retraining requirements. Current commanders will keep their speciality. The ship will be added to the army for coal. Großer Kurfürst will remain on the account of its owners. If the ship was researched but not bought, sold, or the branch was reset, she will be invoiced to the player's account. The ship will keep its unique upgrade and any purchased permanent camouflages. If permanent camouflage type 20 was not purchased, it will be credited. All players who own any permanent camouflage for Großer Kurfürst will receive the type 20 permanent camouflage for Prussian. The ship herself can only be obtained after researching and purchasing it in the tech tree. So, and ironically, I was recording tomorrow's video because tomorrow's video talking about the Calvados being replaced. When they added that line in there at the end about how this is how the rules for ship replacement is going to be now, I thought, oh, okay, they finally came up with like a little rule set to follow when they're doing this, the odd time that they're going to have to do it. Because when the Moskva got removed and replaced, that was, of course, the first time that had happened, at least in recent memory. Or I think that is like the first time that a ship's been, removed from the tech tree, put into the armory, and they didn't really have a set procedure for what would happen with the permanent camouflage, this, that, and the other. But now when they're saying this with like the Calvados and now the GK, it wouldn't surprise me if we're going to see this a lot more with ships that better fit the play style of the line. Now, the only thing that's different about GK from the rest of the line is that she has triple guns in her turrets instead of 2 guns per turret. Interestingly enough, the GK on Blitz has 2 guns per turret, but they're the 420mm guns, not 457s. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this behemoth and her stats. Alright, so the Prussian, she has 105,800 hit points, 32mm of plating. So again, we cannot see her detailed armor layout. I don't think she's even been added into the game, so we can't go to the 3D model website to take a look at her exact armor. But I suspect it's going to be the exact same armor layout as GK. She will still have that 60mm plate that wraps around the front, where there's only a very little itty-bitty slit where you can hit her with an 18-inch gun to still overmatch her bow. So let's see these guns, though. Of course, the big difference. 4x2 457mm guns. So now she has 8 18-inch guns. And they still have a 20.6 kilometer main battery firing range. Maximum HE shell damage is 5,450. HE shell armor penetration capacity 114 millimeters. Chances of fire, 45% per HE shell. Initial HE shell velocity 810 meters a second. Maximum AP shell damage 15,000. Initial AP shell velocity 810 meters a second. Reload time 24 seconds. That's actually really freaking good. Oh my god, with freaking reload module, you can have almost a 20-second reload on this thing. Oh no. Turn time 40 seconds. Maximum dispersion, here it is. 266 meters with a sigma of 1.8. Secondary armament. 4x2 150mm guns with an 8.3 kilometer base range. Then you get 10x2 of the 128s. And the interesting thing is that if you look at the image on the screen right now, the turrets, they're not the turrets that the GK has. They're the turrets that the Hanover has. So the gun is the 128mm gun, but it's in the super modern turret, if you will. All right, and they have again 8.3 kilometer maximum range. Maximum shell down is 1500. Chance of causing fire on target 5%. And of course, these are the German HE shells, so these 128s can pin 32. So that is great. And let's see, she gets 30 knot maximum speed. So with the speed flag, you can do 32. 1,050 meter turning circle radius. Rudder shift time 19.4 seconds. Detectability range by sea 18.2 kilometers. By air 14.9. Alright, so she gets damage con, repair party, fighter, and hydro. I'm going to assume that all that's the same as the GK. Okay, so this ship, quite the surprise here. It looks pretty much exactly like the GK's hull. I mean, from what I can tell, again, this is just looking at it in, a picture by itself on the ocean map, so I don't know if it's much bigger. I don't think it's the Hanover's hull. That would be freaking insane, of course, if it was just the Hanover, but with smaller guns coated onto it. But the Hanover also did just have all 128s. It didn't have any 150s on it at all, so it's not just the Hanover, but with smaller guns. So, yeah, Now, it's weird. I don't know why they would go through the trouble of just changing the gun layout on the GK a little bit, along with some more modern secondaries on it, just because it fits the line better. But even like in tomorrow's video, I'm going to talk about the Cabral and the Tashkin and such too. But I'm not a DD main. I don't play a whole lot of DD except for like Kaba and the other gunboat DDs. But like for battleships, this thing is going to play pretty much the same way that GK plays. The only thing is that it has 8 guns instead of 12, and they're of a larger caliber of gun, rather than the GK's 16-inch guns. Now, true, it does fit the plans of H-44 a lot better, because H-44 was, of course, 8 20-inch guns. This is 8 18-inch guns, so the number of guns is more correct, but the caliber still isn't correct. Hanover was a whole lot closer to H-44 than this thing is. But yeah, sure. Again, and you'll hear me say this in tomorrow's video, I'll happy to have my GK be made into a special ship with a better economy now that there's a reduced service fee after the battles, where now when I play GK I get a bit of an income an income boost, sure. And they are doing right by GK owners already by giving us the credits for the special camo if you already bought it, because now you get 5,000 dubs if you already bought it. Or are they doing the it'll be credited, okay. You're going to receive the Type 20 camo for the Prussian. That's what's going to happen, yeah. Also, if you didn't hear too, for the Moskva, they are giving us the 5,000 doubloons if you already bought the Type 20 camo for both the Moskva and the Nevesky, or if you already bought the Type 20 camo for Moskva but not for Nevesky, you're getting the premium camo for Nevesky as well, so that's a big plus there. But yeah, I don't know if like they're going through the lines now and they're just going, okay, we need to tweak this ship here, this ship here, this ship here to better fit the playstyle of the line. So what's really interesting is what ship's going to be next, because we've seen this happen to the Kaba, this happened to the GK. Is the Republic going to be removed and we're going to get like a bigger Alsace now, and the French battleship line, because if there's a tier 10 that doesn't freaking fit the line, it's the Republic. I mean, like, the Republic's more like a super speed than like a super Alsace. You know, with the way that the line was going, you'd think you'd get like a 4-turreted 16-gun Alsace rather than an 8-gun Republic, you know? So this is interesting what they're doing. And I mean, for the average player, if you have this ship, you're just winning here. Because now you're getting this ship, and if you bought the premium camo for this ship, you're getting the premium camo for the new ship too. Now, unlike with the Moskva, you aren't outright getting the new ship. You do have to research it once it comes out. So it's a good time to start grinding your FDG and try to get, I guess, well, shoot, how much was GK back in the day? With 280,000 XP on your FTG, so you can get ready to get the Prussian when it comes out. Although this is, of course, happening apparently at the beginning of next year, so you have 3 months to do that. And you're going to have a premium GK now. GK is becoming a freaking special ship. What a time to be alive, boys and girls. So like they've said, it's going to play, and from everything I've seen here, yeah, it's just a GK with 8 18-inch guns, and the 128 turrets are modern. I'm putting money down that everything else about the ship, like the hydro range, the duration, the armor layout, is just like GK. So, yeah. What's really weird to think about now is that there's now going to be 3 tier 10 German battleships in the game, giving even the Americans a run for their money in terms of tier 10 battleships, and the Soviets too as well. Well, actually beating the Soviets in terms of the amount of tier 10 battleships. So, yeah, what a time to be playing World of Warships. So guys, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Are you excited to see the GK being removed and this ship being added? Again, if you got a GK, you're getting a free tier 10 premium German battleship now, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, it's a good time to grind the German battleship line. So yep, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. If you're enjoying the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 30,000 subs. We just passed 29,000 yesterday, and I cannot thank you guys enough for that. Hope you're all having a wonderful Monday. Hope you have a great week. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.